Greetings, everybody. So, for the first time in a long time, we got contacted by a brewery, one of our friends up in Colorado, and they basically put out the idea that, hey, we've got a new beer. If anyone would like to try it and review it, we'll send you some. I said, please. And Oscar Blues then sent us a pack of this lovely Western Mutant IPA. So,
Huzzah.
Franz and I are going to review this one live. So we have not had our cans yet.
No. Lovely jackalope on the label there. Definitely near and dear to us desert folk New Mexicans. Love that mythical creature.
I'm surprised Bosque never used a jackalope in any of their can design, considering they took over the jackalope building.
Yeah, that's true.
Missed opportunity there, guys. We're kidding, we love you.
Ooh, wow, I can smell that from here. Tropical.
Yeah, wow. It's foaming good.
Zang. Yep. I got some nice hop haze there.
Yep. This specific batch, according to the cans, was canned back on the 10th of January. So, but still very bright, very floral, very
tropical
very
and
well
spicy.
carbonated. Yeah. Franz, you're our hop expert. You want to take us through the four hops in this baby?
So Nelson Sauvin, which we here know very well thanks to a couple of Full Nelson and Father Nelson from our local La Cumbre. And that one's kind of it's basically a white wine and got some fun tropical elements there. Man, it can go crazy if you have a lot of it.
As we all know.
Yeah, Akoya, that's a new experimental hop out of Germany, and at least according to information I was able to gather, looks like it's got some notes of tea, spice, green fruit, pepper, so kind of like Equinox or Equinaut in that sense, but more of a noble sort of underpinning because of its parentage. Next up, we've got Saphir, which is another German hop. It's a lovely one that I first encountered with Pivo pills, and it's one I've homebrewed with a bit. It's got some like tea notes, and let's see what else descriptors here. Little juniper, lemongrass, bergamot, strawberry, and also black tea. So tea is definitely something I'm getting here, kind of at the back. Finally, we've got our old standard Simcoe. So yeah, it'll be a little catty, grapefruit pith, dank. Love that hop.
Yes, tis a classic. So from what we read about the email they sent us to describe this beer, this is I think Western Mutant is going to kind of be their Project Dank, where they're going to experiment with different hop combinations using your classic hops and then other variants from around the world, like in this case, the two German hops. And, I think as far as a true West Coast IPA goes, this one's hitting the notes. It's aggressive, it's dry, it's
not a lot of crystal and not a lot of crystal malt, and certainly clean, and you could really kind of get the hop bitterness, and then also the sort of juicy notes that stand on their own, because there's nothing else sort of hide it for it to hide behind.
No, it's definitely, it has kind of a hazy looking complexion to it, but it's definitely not your modern hazy IPA. It's not sweet.
No, this is I'm sure due to likely pretty massive hopping quantities, considering the aroma after
yes
being canned back at the beginning of last month.
Yeah, it's a behemoth. What does it say on here? So 7% ABV, does not list the IBUs, but I'm gonna guess
probably in the range of 80 to 90, I would think.
Yeah.
Um, could be wrong, but at least I get that perception.
Yeah. It's a good one, and
Hmm.
it's kind of nice to see a brewery that
Hmm.
distributes as wide as Oscar Blues does, still really trying to push the boundaries of the West Coast IPA instead of just
Hmm.
chasing that sweet haze money. So
Yeah, that
uh,
being willing to being willing to just kind of stand out there and let's see what happens here.
mhm,
Let's try something that people aren't really doing, because I certainly haven't. I mean, apart from maybe like there was a Stone Beer, one of their anniversary IPAs a few years back that was all German hops, and they did one with like
mm,
all Australian. But
yeah,
that's kind of what this reminds me of, just in terms of it's uh it's different, and different is good. We get
yeah,
a lot of the same these days, a lot of the same hop combinations. So this is really
yeah,
refreshing to my palate.
yeah. I mean, I think the biggest difference is there's no Citra.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I know we all know everyone loves Citra, and certainly the people who grow it do with how much they charge for it now. But yeah, no, this one, this comes off. I'm really digging this beer. I mean,
Hmm. It's
people are
lovely
going to be
spring
like,
beer.
yeah, really, it's truly going to be just a nice addition.
Hmm.
Um, normally we get excited for Oscar Blues when we see the 1050 and its variants,
Hmm.
but yeah, this is a worthy addition that the minute it shows up at Jubilation and other local liquor stores,
Yeah, snag
yeah,
it.
yeah, do it. Be even better to try it like right when it's at its peak freshness.
Hmm.
Like that'd be great. But it's held up
Yeah,
very
well,
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it still tastes super bright,
Hmm.
wonderfully nuanced, and I'm getting kind of different layers as I taste it. I get a little bit of Earl Grey tea in there, kind of from the bergamot elements.
Yeah.
Definitely get some pineapple and the white wine character that you get from the Sauvin. Um, but there's also like a little like light berry to it too.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit. Definitely that tea element is really strong on the back end.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just kind of.
Which kind of accentuates the hop bitterness in a very
Mhm.
pleasant way.
Yeah. I mean, if you told me that this is like the Serenity now that
Hmm.
um, three of the breweries around here did as a collab, which honestly tasted kind of like this, not obviously not that hoppy and smelled very different, but yeah, just sort of that floral tea, the bitterness of the tea, but also kind of floral. And, it's definitely distinct. It's a distinct IPA. Um, I don't know if anyone around here's had anything quite like this in a while, but
Nope.
I will admit it's been a minute since I've had an IPA at a brewery, just because it's been stout season. So yeah,
Yeah, we just wandered through stout month, so
hmm,
yeah, this is kind of a nice. Well, we're still going to be drinking stouts. I mean, we know who we are,
yeah,
but
yeah.
boy, do we love the hops when they come out like this.
Yeah, I mean that's really just the great thing about this beer, and I think it goes back to the word balanced. It's
Hmm.
balanced throughout, and it's just a rather beautiful little. It doesn't have cascade, but it has a nice little cascade of flavors that just kind of runs through there. And yeah, this is a very very enjoyable IPA. So I guess first and foremost, thank you to Oscar Blues.
Yeah,
It's
thank you guys.
you know
This was a lovely little gem you sent us, and
yeah,
really appreciate it.
yeah, really really and truly, and we know there's hopheads in New Mexico, and since West Coast IPA still won our IPA challenge this past year. I got
Huzzah! Oh
the,
yeah. Cheers to
we all
that.
we all know that it's still a huge style down here, and you know everyone likes a little something different, and if this inspires some of our brewers to play around with some hops too, assuming availability, of course, in this current era. But
Yes.
if so, other brewers around here may be watching this, going, "Oh yeah, German hops. They're so easy to come by nowadays." But
Anyway, if
yeah,
it's possible and you can,
yeah,
highly recommend tinkering around with those two, because
yeah,
yeah, really cool
and
stuff.
Akoya is definitely like never heard of it before, but
Nope.
now if I see it on a hop bill, I'm gonna be like, ooh, bring it out. So anyway, all right. So this was a kind of a short one, so there's only two of us here tonight, but
Yeah.
Brandon and Aaron will hopefully drink theirs and send us some notes. And I guess once again, Burke and New Mexico Beyond.
Prost.
Cheers.